Hello everyone, welcome to Acquisition Catalyst. Today we are going to talk about offer creation. This video explains the basic psychology behind why strangers convert to clients and how to create a grand slam offer that catalyzes conversions. If you get this wrong, it's game over. So let's start with the six pillars. Client acquisition, which is converting a human from a stranger into a client, requires six things that are drive, goal, problem, pain, action, and confidence. A drive is an unconscious driving force of human behavior, the core and root reason for taking an action or making a decision. It is either to get something or to escape some situation or something like that. It's already there in a person. It's an unconscious driving force. All of us have a driving force. Those of us who don't have a driving force are either monks or probably dead people, right? That's one thing. Then, because of this drive, we create a goal. A goal is a future situation that a person or we want to live in, manifest, or see come true. Then we have a problem because if there is a goal, it's a future situation, right? If you could easily reach it, then you'll develop another goal, right? And when you create a goal, there is always an obstacle standing in the way of achieving it. That what makes the goal good enough, right? That's the reason why people want to achieve their goal, because if there was no obstacle, they could easily achieve it, right? Then there is pain. A pain is an unpleasant feeling or emotion created by the problem or the obstacle that they are facing, because they are not at their desired situation, and that is why they are in pain because of the problem that's not allowing them to reach their future situation. Then there is action. Action is like a mental decision or a physical behavior taken to alleviate pain. So, action in case of your client's case would be to accept your service and to let you help them in alleviating the pain. And then finally, there is confidence, and confidence is basically having faith, belief, and trust in someone or a company to solve problems. So, like you had confidence in me that I could help you solve this client acquisition problem, and the action was to pay me the money so that I can help you. And the pain basically was created because you did not have enough clients, and the problem was you did not know how exactly can you get more clients, and your goal was to get more clients and become more rich. And your drive was basically to become more rich, to either support your family or to either buy that car or to either get that financial freedom or time freedom or location freedom and things like that, right? Now, the rule number one of client acquisition is to focus on these six pillars. These six pillars are the bare bones of client acquisition. If you remove all the layers, all the things from client acquisition, you will get these six pillars. And rule number two of client acquisition is never forget rule number one. So, client acquisition is simply understanding and leveraging their core drives, recognizing their goal, a desired future state that someone has, then defining and understanding the obstacles that they are facing to the said desired state, then creating and recognizing pain which is created by the problem, then eliciting decisions and actions to alleviate pain created by someone. So telling them the best way you can alleviate this pain is by purchasing our subscription or purchasing our service or things like that. And then finally building confidence in their perception to your ability or of your ability to solve their problem and to help them get to their desired situation. All six of these things are required to acquire a client. Drive creates goals, goals create problems, problems create pain, pain creates action. So this is basically the chain, because drive is already there in a person, that's why they create a goal. Since the goal is a future desired situation, it's where like it they're not already there, right? And that's why there is a problem in between, which is the reason why they are not at their desired situation. Because of this problem they have a pain, and because of this pain they are ready to take an action. But action requires confidence. So these are the first principles of the psychology behind client acquisition. This is like a art. So this is basically a person, a prospect. This could be you, this could be your client as well. They have a drive. The drive could be anything: to get recognized, to get attention, for growth, to move forward in life, more money, so that they can help their family live a better life, love, to be loved, and to have a good relationship with their family or anyone. And basically these are their drives. Because of these drives they have a goal which is ahead of them. Then because of this, it's not always a straight path. There are a lot of difficulties that are the problems, Because of this, they are in this painful situation and they have a action in mind. They know what, like, they have to do something in order to solve this. Then this is you're standing on a pillar of confidence. This is very important. If you're not standing on a pillar of confidence, if you're standing right here, they are not going to trust you. You need to be standing on a pillar of confidence, and you need to tell them that yes, the action you need to take is to tell me yes, I want your help, and then I will unscramble all of this and you can directly reach your goal. That's the thing, right? So now that we have established the first principles, we can reason up from them and start building a framework to tackle the problem of acquiring clients. So now we are going to create the 6 pillars. Again, to convert a stranger, we need drive, goal, problem, pain, action, and confidence. Now, you must be asking, how do we get these things to convert a stranger to a client? The stranger creates the drive. The drive is pre built into the stranger. All of us have some drive, right? And because of that drive, all of us have some goals in the future. I want to be a millionaire. You guys also want to become rich. Maybe some of you want to become rich to buy that car to get attention. Some of you want to become rich to buy your family a bigger house. Or some of, like, let's say I was a dating coach, so some of you maybe want a wife or a girlfriend, things like that, right? So you already have a goal in mind, and then you already have a problem, because if there was no problem, the prospect would not be talking to you, right? That's one thing. Because of the problem, there is pain, and pain is like the main reason why anyone takes action. And the action could be anything: booking a call with you, paying for a call with you, paying you to fix their problem, and things like that. And basically the action, that's what the action is, right? Now you must create confidence. So all of these things are pre-built. The only thing that you must create is the confidence. The confidence should be coming from you. You should be seeming competent, capable, reliable, and trustworthy. In case, think of me as a very sus guy, or as a guy you could not trust. Maybe on the sales call I was talking like, yeah, in most cases it works out, nahi kiya to we'll see. And no, I have not worked with anyone in the past. You are the first person I'm working with. And I had like 0 followers on Instagram, no social proof, and my English was not as fluent, and things like that. In that case, you would not have bought this from me, right? You paid me the amount because you had confidence, which was coming from me, my competence, my capability, my reliableness, and my trust, right? And your trust in me, and me being trustworthy. You must also create pain, but pain is not something which you create. Pain is already there. You just need to amplify the pre-existing pain by exploring and exposing it. We'll be talking about it later in this video itself. But pain rarely creates action without amplification. When there is enough pain, in that case the person takes the action when once they have enough confidence, right? So if you don't amplify the pain, they won't be taking an action. This is because humans, they enter delusions to cope with reality. Pain hurts, and we as humans are pain avoiding. We don't want to be in a painful situation, and because of that, either we fix it by taking some action, or else our brain starts creating delusions so that we can pretend that pain is not there. And most humans do this. So your job, either on a sales call or by your copy or by the email that you're sending or anything, is to is to increase their pain, right? It is to amplify the pre-existing pain that they might have deluded, right? So that they could cope with reality. That's your job. And finally, action. You must elicit decisions and actions from the stranger. People rarely act or decide to escape pain and solve problem without encouragement. So you need to encourage them, and they do so by an external stimulus, and you're going to be that stimulus or trigger when they have enough pain and when they have enough confidence in you that you are the person who can solve this problem for them. In that case, they are going to take the action of working with you. Again, there are 2 rules. Rule number 1 is you do not create the pain, you expose and amplify the pain that already exists. Let's say you were selling a spray for pain removal, and let's say in case 1, you're basically punching a person in the face, and then you're telling them, here's my spray, please take it, it will help you. In that case, he would never buy from you, right? Because you created that pain. That's one thing. But in case person already fell on his face and now he has this bruise, and you're giving him, take this pain because oh my god, you have this, you're in a very painful situation, if you don't fix this you're going to have infection and you might have to go through a surgery or something like that, and then you can sell him your pain relieving spray. right? So you're basically exposing and amplifying the pain, right? Then the other rule is you do not create the action, you just encourage it by channeling emotions to act. So when you increase the pain and then you tell them, "Hey, if you don't do this you'll find infection, the best thing you can do is take this spray, this is just 60 rupees, take the spray from me," right? So you're just telling them, you're encouraging them, you should take it, right? Now coming to the pools of confidence, this is very important. For someone to convert from a stranger to a client, they must have confidence. And confidence is a measure of someone's belief in and trust in your ability to solve their problem. If you were not confident enough in me that I am the person who can help you in solving this client acquisition problem, you would not have bought from me, right? There are three places a stranger can go to get enough confidence to become your client. I call these three places the pools of confidence. So as you can see, there is a stranger or there is this prospect and he is asking, where will I get my confidence to buy things from you? There are three places he can get the confidence. The first one is our offer, the second one is we, and the third one is our clients. Your offer is the way your product or your service is positioned in the market. In the last lesson we talked that positioning is so important in order to survive the saturation and crowdedness of like a niche, right? The crowd of a niche, right? So the way your problem is positioned, the way your product is positioned in the market to help someone as a vehicle or as a way for them to alleviate their pain, solve their problem, or achieve a goal, right? That's your offer. So for example, here my offer is that I am going to, like, I'm just providing you this service. It is like a vehicle which will take you from this D situation to this B situation, and you can easily just sit on it, go through it, and you'll reach this place, right? That's the thing. So your offer should be positioned in the market as a vehicle for them to alleviate pain or solve their problem. The second place where they can get the confidence from is you, either on sales calls or your video sales letters or your copy and every place. You must have unwavering conviction and faith in your ability to solve their problem, and you should actually help them in achieving, like, you should have this confidence that you can actually help them in achieving their goal. This needs to be extreme, real, and genuine. If it's not real, if you're faking it up, people will know, right? Your prospects are not fools, my prospects are not fools, and that's why if the confidence is not real and genuine, they will know this. And pool number 3 is your previous clients, so the people for whom you have solved the same problem. So it's like testimonials, social proof, references, and things like that. Now when you look at these three pools, the offer is the biggest one, and I'll be explaining why that is so. But it does not matter where your market gets the confidence from to convert. What matters is that they get it. You can have zero clients, but with unwavering conviction and a great offer, you will win. If you think about it, none of the people that are in this program asked us for, like, a reference. There were only three cases when people asked us for reference, and we gave them the reference and they contacted with the person and they still did not convert, right? So that's the thing. So like, we did not ever give you a reference and you guys still bought from us. So that's the thing. That's because of our unwavering conviction and a great offer. The pool that has the most potential to give confidence is the offer, and that's why this video is there, right? And that's why this one is big. Pool has the most potential to give confidence, right? Sorry, the offer has the most potential to give confidence. It's the easiest place to find leverage for client acquisition. That's your offer. Now we'll talk about it later on, but let's move to the pools of pain. For someone to convert from a stranger to a client, they must also have pain so that they can take the action, and along with enough confidence, they can basically buy something from you, right? Pain is a measure of someone's suffering in relation to part of their life. There are 5 places a stranger can get enough pain to become your client, and these are called the 5 pools of pain. Now, 3 of these are unconscious pools, and 2 of these are conscious pools. So, basically, the first pool is a conscious pool. These are the problems, these are the obstacles that they must overcome in order for the goal to be achieved, right? So, for example, you already know that if you want to reach to 20, 30, 40, $50,000 a month, you need to book more appointments. So, you're already conscious about it, that there is some problem which you need to fix in order to get to that place, right? Then let's say someone's fat or someone's very thin. In that case, they know that they need to go through a strict dieting process so that they could fix what they look like, right? Then pool number 2 is an unconscious pool. So people know that they have pain, but they are not aware like where this pain is coming from or what is the reason behind that. And these are unmet needs which are not fulfilled yet. So these are core unconscious needs, desires and drives that are being unfulfilled. So it could be love, progress, attention, status, family, and things like that. People want to be loved, people want to see progress in their business. Let's say for the next 3 years you're just making $10,000 a month. In that case you would start wanting progress. In most cases people want progress, right? So these are unmet needs. These are basically like you would feel depressed, you would feel sad, you would not be satisfied, but you would not know what's the exact reason behind it, right? That's why it is unconscious. Then the third pool again is unconscious, and it is having what isn't wanted. So in this case what happens is people are stuck in a current situation that they don't want and that they want to escape, but they're not able to escape. So it could be debt, it could be excess body fat, or it could be very low body fat percentage, things like that, right? So a person is very thin or a person is fat, and they want to get rid of this excess body fat, or they want to get rid of this debt that's holding them on, right? But they don't know the exact reason behind it, right? They feel lethargic or something like that, but they don't know the real reason behind it. Because of debt, their their life life status or something like that, I'm not sure of the exact word, but let's say because of, yeah, the standard of living because of the debt is degrading day by day, and they're still not understanding what's the real reason behind it, right? Then again the fourth pool is unconscious, and it is wanting what isn't had. So it's basically like the unmet needs, but it's more on a materialistic side. It's desiring a situation that one does not currently have and they're unable to obtain it. So it's like, let's say $1 million, or let's say $100,000 a month, and then abs, or like a relationship, a girlfriend or a wife, and things like that. Not things, girlfriend and wife are not things, but yeah. And then pool 5 is pool 5 is again conscious. So it's consequences, it's like bad things that happen or are going to happen and are going to cause suffering as a result of any of these four pools. So it's like, for like, let's say someone is in debt, they are going to feel broke. Someone is like, someone has excess body fat, they are going to feel tired and lethargic. Someone is not in a relationship, they are going to feel unloved, right? So these are the consequences. So two of these are conscious pools and three of these are unconscious pools. So like this person is asking, where will I get my pain to buy a thing from? There are three unconscious ones. These are smaller, again I'm going to explain why. And the conscious ones are bigger, and it's in, like, this person is in pain and he knows why is he in pain. And in this case this person is in pain and he does not know why he's in pain, right? So the easiest place to extract pain from is from the person's problem and current consequences, these two, because it's the most discrete place to get it. The better you understand their problem and the consequences of it being unsolved, the more pain you can build, because they are able to directly understand that if you don't fix this problem, you're always going to be in this pain. If you don't fix this problem, the consequences are going to be so bad that you will be in so much pain, right? So you can build more and more pain if you understand their problem and the consequences. This is because people associate pain mainly with problems and consequences. These are the two conscious pools of pain, right? Like they associate all the pain and all the all the pain with the problems and consequences that they are facing, because these are conscious. People are aware of the pain caused by the unconscious pool. So people know they are in pain, they are feeling depressed, they don't feel satisfied with their life, but they cannot attribute the pain accurately because it is unconscious, right? People feel lethargic, but they cannot directly, like, their mind is not ready to believe that they have excess body fat, because our mind creates delusions and things like that. And that's why they instead blame it on the problems, right? They blame it on the problems or the current consequences for being sad. Like, I am very sad because I'm lethargic. No, you're not sad because you're lethargic, you're sad because you have excess body fat. I'm sad because I'm feeling broke. No, you're not sad because you're feeling broke, you're sad because you're in debt, or you're sad because you're not making enough money. That's the reason. Like, people They blame their pain always on problems and consequences because they are unaware of what's the real reason behind that, right? So to amplify someone's pain, you must be discreet. You cannot try to create pain. Imagine you punching someone on their face to create pain and then selling them something. That does not work, right? It must be indirect. You must amplify it. And again, there are four ways to indirectly amplify pain. The first one is to ask question that by nature of them answering creates pain. The second one is to explore problem that by the nature of you exploring creates pain. The third one is discussing the consequences that they are experiencing because of the situation they are in. And finally, the fourth one is create seriousness by explaining the weight of the situation and the consequences. So for example, let's say by asking question, I asked you, how many appointments are you booking per day? And then you realize you're not booking daily appointments, you're booking appointments on weekly basis. So you're a bit like, I don't really book them daily. You can say like two or three a week. So in that case, when you answer that, you already have this pain created in yourself. Oh my god, I'm not even booking appointments on a daily basis, right? Then let's say I tell you, all right, so you're booking appointments on a weekly basis, and I think that's a problem because without enough appointments, how are you going to get enough sales? And if you don't get enough sales, there would be no growth, right? Can you explore this problem for me? Like, how long has this been there in the business, and have you ever tried to fix it? And when you answer it, oh, I think like I have been facing this problem after COVID, and I tried to solve it. I tried to work with some marketing agencies, it never worked out. In that case, you're again ex- you're again expanding the pain that they have, you're amplifying the pain. And then you can ask them, so if you don't fix this, how is this going to affect your business? Because in the meantime, other agencies that are getting like 3-4 appointments a day, they are going to eat you up, right? So you basically discuss the consequences, what is going to happen if you don't fix this. And finally, you can create situation, and you can be like, if you don't fix this, if you're not getting appointments on a daily basis, this is a big problem for your business because you're leaving a lot of money on the table, right? And there are going to be more and more people who are going to use advanced technologies and things like that. These are again some examples that you can use during sales calls, but they also apply for appointment booking, right? It does not matter where the prospect gets the pain from to convert. What matters is that they get it. Again, it might sound unethical to purposefully amplify someone's pain, but I see it in the same way as a doctor sees it. If I need to make someone temporarily suffer to stop their suffering forever, I will. If I temporarily need you to think about yourself being in a painful situation so that I can fix this appointment booking problem that you're facing forever, I will do it. Right. So now more on pain and its role in conversion. We are going to cover that in the sales module. But for now, this was just to give you a general idea. Now coming to the action thresholds. This is a very important part. Action thresholds basically explain the point at which a stranger explains the point at which a stranger takes an action to become a client. So action threshold is like a boiling point. So at 100 degrees Celsius, exactly at 100 degrees Celsius, water turns into steam. So that's like a threshold, or that's like a boiling threshold for it. This is a model. It does not represent the objective nature of human behavior, but it helps us understand on how pain and confidence fit into acquisition. Every stranger that you can serve in your market has an action threshold. You had an action threshold. All of my other clients had an action threshold. Some of them have low action threshold, while some of them have a high action threshold. Some of you were so easy to close that you took the decision on the call itself, while for some of you we had to follow up 1 or 2 times, right? So here is an arbitrary explanation, or like an equation, so that you can understand how this fits into the equation. So pain percentage plus confidence percentage upon 2 gives the percentage of chance of action. Again, this does not represent the objective nature of human behavior. It's simplified so that you can understand it. So these things cannot be actually calculated, but let's say you took someone's pain to 60% and you gave them 75% confidence that you can help them solve it. When you add them and when you divide them by 2, you get the answer 67.5, and that's the percentage chance of action, right? The chances of someone taking an action to buy something from me would be 67.5. So if someone's action threshold exists below 67.5, let's say you are a kind of guy who would take action as soon as your threshold reaches 60%, you will buy the course from me. Fun fact, people who are on the fence, right? So who are saying like, yeah, I'm very like, I want to buy it, I just am not able to do it right now. It's just that they are very close to it, so like their action threshold point is like 69%, right? So in that case, all you need to do is you either need to ramp up the pain or the confidence, and they will take the action. So let's say someone's like on the fence. In that case, you can be like, here, take a reference, talk to them, see how they feel about this, and on that case you can take the action. Or you can be like, all right, so how do you expect to solve this problem, because it's always going to be there. You're already booking like 2 appointments a week. How exactly do you think you're going to solve it if you're not going to work with us, right? So in that case, you're ramping up their pain, and in that case also they will take the decision. Again, there is no way to measure this, but it's simple. The more pain the stranger is in and the more confidence you give them, the better are your chances of triggering an action and them buying a product from you. There is a tipping point in someone's pain and confidence centers that will cause them to take an action and to convert into a client. If you can create an offer that inspires massive confidence in your entire market, let's say I was saying, I will work with you for free, I will pay all the money for your ads, I will run all the ads, I will send all the people on my expense, and when you get clients, you will pay me this amount of money. In that case, you would not even think before working with me, right? In most cases. So that's like a very massive, like that's a very good offer which is going to create massive confidence in the entire market. You have nothing to lose, so much to gain, right? And you can basically surpass the entire market's action threshold in that case. So this is the thing. This is basically like a quadrant map that we have created. This is basically the origin point 0 0, right? So there is 0% confidence and 0% pain here. So no one acts below this. If someone is not in pain, if let's say you were getting 40 clients a month and you were very happy with your life, you had $1 million coming in every single month, in that case you're not probably not in as much pain. And let's say I again did not know how to speak properly, I had no objection handling capacity and things like that. In that case, you will be doubtful of me, right? Your confidence would be at 0 or even negative, so you would never work with me, right? So basically, some people, they just act at this point, well, some people they act at this point, and you must ramp up the pain and confidence so that it reaches somewhere to this level, so that this guy would also buy and this guy would also buy. Again, one of the best way to create confidence and pain is by inversion. So it's to remove doubt and comfort, right? So the inversion of pain is comfort. So if someone's in a comfortable situation, you just need to remove it. You just need to tell them like, yeah, you're making $1 million a month right now, but what do you think would happen as soon as AI takes over the agency? In that case, your like other competitors will crush you who are using AI, right? So you need AI either today or tomorrow. You will need it, and the best thing you can do is you can start implementing it in your business from today itself, so that you get the highest return and you are ready for the future that is coming. So that's like an example to turn comfort into pain, right? So to reduce comfort so that the pain percentage increases. And the more doubt you remove, let's say you ask me, how exactly are we going to do cold calls? Because I don't want to do cold calls. I'm telling you, I will help you hire VAs that are going to be paid on appointment basis. So you'll have to pay them whenever they book an appointment. That's what you can do. So in that case, I'm removing the doubt. And then you ask me, what exactly happens if I'm not getting the amount of clients you're promising? I'm saying, if you don't get the amount of clients I'm promising, I will refund you the whole money. So I'm reducing your doubts by handling your objections, and I'm creating more and more confidence. So that's the way, right? So now we'll talk about the gap. The entire economy ticks on something we call the gap. In life, people have a current situation and a desired situation, right? The desired situation is basically the goal which is created because of the drive that humans have. And for most aspects of their life, they have a desired situation. These situations typically revolve around health, wealth, relationships, and happiness. So people either want to be more healthy, they want like a six pack abs, and people want more money, and they want better relationships with their family, they want happiness. So for happiness, they buy like more expensive clothes and status and things like that, right? Every single day, people wake up and buy things that help them escape a current situation and achieve their desired situation. It applies to everything, like from a chocolate to a pet horse to freedom formula. Everything that happens, it happens so that people can reach their desired situation. So this is basically a diagram to explain it. The current situation in terms of health, wealth, relationship, and happiness, and then there is a desired situation. And as you can see, the desired situation is always going to be above, right? The desired situation is always better. No one wants to be earning $1 million and then wants to shift to earning $100,000, right? People want to go to this place. That's the thing. And then there is this gap because this place is above them, right? So they want to cover this gap so that they can reach the desired situation. The secret to client acquisition is to position you and your product as a staircase the person can climb to bridge this gap. To sell well, your product must be a vehicle or a staircase that they can climb to get to this desired situation. Now we are going to talk about offers. In client acquisition an offer is a way a product or a service is positioned, right? Offers have strength and strengths works on a scale. So offers are not like this is a weak offer or this is a strong offer. It's a question of how weak or how strong the offer is. And this question is answered by your market, and that is done by comparing your offer to your competitors. So let's say you were the only person in the market who was selling this, or let's say I was the only person in the market who was selling a client acquisition program, and I was saying, just I will help you with client acquisition. In that case, you may buy it from me, right? But now, because there are 100 more people who can help you with client acquisition, we had to come up with a stronger offer. And that's because whenever you'll be taking a decision, you will be comparing us to the competitors. When you create an offer, you're positioning your product. The way you position your product influences your market's perception of that product, which influences their confidence in it. Your offer should react with their drives, with their goals, with their problems and pains. These are called latent conditions. The market, it works in fractals, right? So the problem that one gym owner is facing is probably same as the problem a second gym owner or a third gym owner is also facing. So your offer, it should react with the drives, with the goals and the problems that a gym owner is facing, or whatever your niche is, right? For example, a weaker offer would be I sell a course that contains videos explaining how to get clients. And a stronger offer is I sell an easily installed client acquisition infrastructure which is pre-built for you by experts who have already solved the problem for themselves. The above examples are only weak or strong when they are contrasted to each other, right? Offers are not good or bad. They are only good or bad when they are compared to other offers which are made by the competitors. And because 90% of people in the online space do not understand offer creation, you can gain a huge asymmetric business advantage here, right? So now we are going to talk about the key points on offer creation, especially in high ticket client acquisition. And like we work with high ticket businesses, so I think it would apply to most of you, but again, not all of you. So offers succeed when they inspire create certainty and positions your product as a vehicle or a pathway to escape the current situation and achieve the desired win. Offers, they would work very well only when you're saying that this is the thing you need so that you can just climb it easily, or this is the thing which would take you from your current situation to your desired situation. Your offer or your product or your service should be positioned as a vehicle or as a staircase or as like wings which would take them from this current situation to this desired situation. That's one thing. The second one is offers, they succeed when they are unique and force the market to perceive a product or a business in a different, better way to competition, right? Like I said in the last video, niches and markets, they don't saturate, offers too. So if your offer is just like everyone else's, let's say I was also selling like a client acquisition program and there were 999 other people who were selling it. In that case, the chances of you buying from me would like be much lower. And let's say I introduce a new offer and I'm saying I will get you 5 clients minimum in the next 180 days or else you don't pay me. So in that case, I am basically segregating myself from the other 999 people in the market, and now you would think I am the only one who can provide you this because I am much different from other people, right? In that case, the 999 would be snowballing their situation while I alone would be the one who would be dominating the market. Now there are a few things you need to keep in mind, like a product is not an offer. You selling Facebook ads or you selling SEO is not is not an offer, right? People don't want Facebook ads, people want more money. So you are not selling them like a product, you're not offering them a product or a service, you're offering them more clients, more money. Or if you're a fitness coach, you're offering them a better body, a better physique, or like a active physique, things like that, right? A service again is not an offer, a guarantee is not an offer, a discount is not an offer, and a price is not an offer, right? These are the things you need to keep in mind. We'll be talking about how you create an offer, but first let's talk about offer power. So here are a few key points just to really drill home the point of why an offer is so important. An offer is a rising tide. A rising tide raises all ships. In client acquisition, your offer can quite literally improve every single metric of every single system that you have. Your offer alone can move your sales conversion rate by 10 to 40%, your show up rate by 10 to 40%, and your appointment booking rate on multiple systems by 5 to 10%. Just by fixing one thing, you can fix everything. It's like an asymmetric advantage, meaning that it just takes a small amount of time. It does not take months and months to create a good offer. It does not take a lot of energy input to create a good offer, but it would produce amazing results in return with just a small amount of time and energy input, right? The second thing is persuasion. The more powerful your offer is, the less persuasive you need to be to acquire more clients. You should learn how to become persuasive, but it takes years of daily practice and it does not come naturally to most people, right? And in that case, you'll have to end up following people 9 times, 10 times and asking them and then negotiating and giving them deals. But if you create a good offer, which does not take a lot of time, maybe a few hours or a few days, and it gives you the same, like if not better returns, right? If you don't have a good offer, you'll have to persuade people more and more. They will be negotiating more and more with you. But if you are like a market of one, people would not negotiate. No, like none of our clients negotiate with us. That's the thing. And we don't need to be persuasive. We don't need to keep following them up and keep giving them discount. That's the power of a good offer. And of course, the best is to be more persuasive and again with a good offer. Now we are going to talk about making it easy. Good offers make client acquisition easy. If you create a sales argument that cannot be defeated, you will be closing deals. You want an offer that is so good that it would make someone feel stupid to say no to, and it would make them feel like they're an irresponsible business owner. If you position what you do in a way that makes people or the market feel as though like they can be certain and they can have extreme confidence in your product to get them to what they want, it's impossible for them to say no, right? That's one thing you need to keep in mind. And the final thing is exponent. Offers act as an exponent to client acquisition system. So let's say all of us have just one client acquisition system, which is the Terminator Loom system, and let's say its value is 2, right? Let's say the first person just creates an offer like, I will help you run Facebook ads. The next person says, I will help you run Facebook ads, and along with it, I will help you in social media management too. And then the final person says, I will help you run Facebook ads and I will guarantee a 4 times return on ad spend, or else I work for free. In this case, 2 raised to the power 1 is just 2. So this guy is getting a value of 2 out of his client acquisition system. The one with the OK offer is getting a value of 8 out of his acquisition system, and the one with the banging offer is getting a value of 512 out of his offer, right? So that's how powerful offers are. Now coming to the offer composition, an offer needs to have an outcome, a time frame, a method, secret, safety net, polarizing, and pricing. So outcome is basically the promise. It definitely should align with the goal and desired situation of your particular niche. Then there should be a time frame, that how long it takes to deploy methodology to achieve the outcome. There should be a method. It should be a clear, tangible method that anyone can understand. Then there should be some unique way, a secret that of executing the method and making it work, which is something they could only get from you. Then there needs to be a safety net. Long gone are the days when you can just tell someone that I will do this for you, and if it doesn't work out, there is no refund policy. You need to give people risk reversal or a guarantee or a way for them to feel safe. Imagine if I did not guarantee you 20 clients or how many other clients we promised you. Imagine if I did not do that for you. In that case, you would not feel so safe and you would not feel so confident about me, right? That's one thing. The next one is polarizing. You need to exclude people who this product is not for, so that the people who this product is for feels even closer, right? So for example, for Freedom Formula, it's not for people who want quick money, right? Who want easy money. It's for people who understand the value of hard work and patience. So we are excluding those people so that people who understand that making money takes hard work and it is not a joke, they feel even closer to us. And finally, pricing, how much does it cost to claim the offer and make it happen. So for example, the outcome is $20,000 in new monthly revenue. The time frame is in 180 days, and then there is a step-by-step process that this is what we are going to install these systems and we are going to run ads. Then there is going to be a secret, right? For example, our Loom Alchemy method, or Operation Appointment Firestorm ad system. So these are fancy names for something which only you or very few people in the market know. Then there are going to be safety nets like pay on result or full refund or pay per appointment or eat what is killed or guaranteed and things like that. And then you need to polarize, so it is only for committed people or it is only for established business owners and it is only for long-term thinkers and things like that. And then a pricing model like a one-time fees or a retainer or a commission or like a high ticket pricing and things like that. Offers are presented in three forms, giving varying degrees of details. There is a short form message, there is a long form message, and finally there is a pitch. So the short form message is the core message of the offer. It is delivered in 3 to 5 short words. Then there is a long form message. It's an elongated version of the core message. It is giving them the key information. And then there is the pitch. Pitch is basically explaining the intricacies and nuances of the offer. So this is like the long thing we do on the sales calls. This is like the copy, and this is like a short form message to give the core message, right? So for example, for freedom acquisition, the short form message is we make client acquisition easy. And the long form message is agency owners, you're one step away from learning how you can fill your pipeline with 30 to 100 plus qualified appointments every single month, guaranteed. And the best part is if you don't get clients, you don't get paid, as we work on a pay on result basis. And then the pitch is what I tell people on the sales call, right? Again, for a gym done for your agency, for example, agency which is running ads or something like that, the short form message could be double your fitness business or 100 free appointments. Then the long form message would be, do you want to add 30, 50 or even 100 plus new members? We are not talking about leads or appointments and things like that. We're talking about members, because in terms of the gym space, the exact word is members. So if it was a real estate thing, it would be on-site show-ups and things like that. So that's why you need to have done research of your niche as well. And then without relying on discounts, because gym owners have to give a lot of discounts, without relying on 6-week challenges, because gym owners have to do that, without relying on paid ads or marketing agencies, because a lot of time the gym owners have been burnt by those people, right? So this is like a good copy. And to create a good copy or to create a good long form message or a pitch or things like that, you need to have done prior research on your niche, right? So it's helpful to understand from politics as well. Let's take Trump's 2016 campaign. The short form message would be make America great again. The long form message would be we will build walls, we will cut the taxes, we'll create employment, we'll do gender equality and things like that. And then the pitch, the politicians' manifestos, guarantees and execution plan. The biggest impact comes from these two things. The pitch is still like important, but these two things gives the biggest impact. Now we are going to talk about some common offer mistake. The first one is copycatting. An offer is a way to position your product in a way so that it's different from the competitor, right? So that you can stand out. Most people just copy their offer from the competition, which may be a viable strategy to start, but it's not a viable strategy to like scale, right? You need to learn to think for yourself, and you need to learn how you can position yourself as unique and as a market of one. This is something which only you are selling in the market. You want your offer to make it sound like your market can only get it from you, right? That's the thing. The second mistake that people make is they are playing it safe. The bolder, the braver, and the more ballsy your offer is, the better positioned you will be and the more confident it will inspire in your market. I like to create offers whereby if I don't deliver, there is a genuine consequence and risk on my end, as it provides me with an incentive to get good at what I do. So let's say instead of just risking it for 20 clients in 180 days, I was just saying we'll help you get one client in 180 days and we'll teach you. In that case, there are no genuine consequences, because getting one client is not that difficult, right? But getting 20 clients is difficult, and it gives me an incentive. So like if I don't deliver, I will have to refund the money, and then in that case I have actual skin in the game, because I will have to still pay all the employees, all the sales representatives and people, and I would be losing money out of my pocket, right? So there is a genuine incentive that I need to get good at what I do. I need to make a better strategy so that it works out. If a prospect understands that you have actual skin in the game and you have your neck somehow on the line with them, they will feel more comfortable working with you. It's a confidence thing. The next mistake that people make is they're complicating the offer. Complicated offers confuse people. You want your offer to be clean and so simple and easy to understand that even an 8-year-old could understand it. The more technicalities and things like that you add in the offer, the more the people would be confused. Ask yourself how, like, what can I remove from this offer while still making it as grand slam as possible. The best way to strengthen an offer is to remove stuff, not to add stuff. Most people think with SEO, if I also give them like 25 5-star reviews on Google and things like that, it's just making it more complicated. You don't need to add anything, you just need to get good at what you're serving. If you're short form message, long form message, and the pitch is complicated, you are going to lose deals, you're going to scare people off. The next thing is not being industry specific. So for example, a client of mine was working with interior designer and he was promising them high ticket customers, and after some time he realized there is no such thing as a high ticket customer in the world of interior designers, and in that case he was basically alienating them. So for example, right here we had this discount 6-week challenges and things like that. Instead of new members, if I was writing leads or appointments, it would not have worked how good it worked when we are adding members and things like these, right? So that's the thing, you need to be industry specific. And the final mistake that people make while creating offers is their offer is based on a product. You should never build your offer around your product. Instead, you should start to build your product around your offer, right? You should start with a bold claim that people genuinely care about and want, for example 20 clients in 180 days, and then you should figure out how you can create a product or a service which could make it happen. How do you create a strategy that could do it, right? This is the most fatal mistake that people make. They limit their promises to claim their skill set, right? They limit their promises to how much they know. Instead, you should make promises and then you should stretch your skill set so that you're always improving. If you want to be the best, you cannot be the best until and unless you're always improving, right? So an offer should make you uncomfortable and it should be forcing you to improve. That's the thing. Now coming to the product offer relationship, this is like one of the biggest secret that I have, and I'm going to tell you two really uncomfortable truths. The harder it is for you to build a product, the easier it is for you to acquire clients. And the easier it is for you to build a product or a service, the harder it is for you to acquire clients. For example, anyone can learn how to run Facebook ads in just 8 hours from a YouTube video. But in that case, it's so hard for them to acquire clients because the thing is, like, anyone can do it, right? It's so easy, just took 8 hours. While for example, a person who is basically guaranteeing a return on ad spend or something like that, that's because he has worked in the particular industry for this amount of time. He has so much experience, he has gone through so many things, and that's why it was so hard to build such a strategy, and that's why it's very easy for him to acquire clients. If you want to make client acquisition easy, you have to make the product or the strategy development hard. That's the trade-off. Why? Because great offers are built on great products, and great products are hard to build. The more time, blood, sweat, and tears you put into your product or your strategy, the more confidence you will inspire. Because a harder confidence means a better offer, and a better offer means more confidence because the person will get confidence from your offer. The harder the product is, the more conviction you have in it, right? And that because since you built it, right, it took your word, it took your hard work, it took your time, it took your sweat, right? And that's why you have more confidence in it, and that's why this pool is also growing. And because your clients are going to love the harder product, we have so detailed videos because it took time, right? And that's why you guys also have confidence in it. For example, for Freedom Formula, time spent building the foundations module alone, this thing that you're watching, it took me 500-600 hours. And for every 1 hour of content that you're consuming, I have put in roughly 30 hours of thought, efforts, and works. That's why the offer is insane. That's why I have an ungodly amount of confidence in the product, and that's why we have the testimonials, right? Honestly, this is truly my best kept client acquisition secret. That is spending 80% time on building insane products or strategy, and then just 20% time telling people about it. Building this product has been one of the most painful thing I have ever done, but I have exchanged this pain into confidence in the three pools of confidence. So pain can be cashed in for confidence, and confidence can be changed into client acquisition, right? And when I say hard, I don't mean hard in the sense of making it longer than it should be, or making it hard just for the sake of making it hard, right? By just adding more and more things. I did not make this product built hard because it should be hard. I mean hard in the sense that you really need to put in the hours to deliver greatness, right? A person who just learned Facebook ads in 8 hours cannot deliver greatness. People that are not good at what they do, they're uncomfortable in creating great offers because because they fundamentally cannot deliver on them. They're afraid. And if you find yourself in a position where you're afraid that you can guarantee something or create a good offer, then it's time for you to get better, because if you cannot guarantee something to the other person, you're basically scamming it out of money, right? If you want to win in the current environment of online business, you need a great offer. The market has and it always will continue to gravitate towards the businesses that provide the most value, right? Long gone are the days when you can just promise that you will do this, and if it doesn't work out, then it's on them. If your ability to create fantastic offers is limited by your skill, it's time to become more skillful. Otherwise, you will be beaten by someone who is willing to do it. If you cannot deliver on something crazy, you need to make a better strategy. You need to get better. Your skill and your strategy should meet the offer. Your offer should not meet your skill. And that was it basically for this video. We are going to cover the pricing strategy in the next one.